today. Uh, it's or calculate shear forces or bending moment using ChatGPT. Assume we have this mechanical system, or even civil engineers will have this. Other engineering disciplines would have it. We have a point load, we have a distributed load, and then the fixed end. So I want to explain this to Chat and GPT and see if we can get these results. So the idea here is to determine the values of shear force and bending moment. So plotting it can be done, for instance, in Python. So let's try to explain this to ChatGPT. I've tried that. So interestingly, it took me quite a while. I said that determine the forces. So let me bring this again. Yeah, the shear force and bending moment, shear force and bending moment at fixed end. So this is 4 meter, right? Where point load is 2 kilonewton at this point. Now I said x0. And distributed load here is a 4 kilonewton per meter at and across this point basically over this length from x1 to x3. You can see x1 to x3. And then I'm asking for a Python code. So let's have a look. There's quite a lot that ChatGPT has done. Um, for instance, going through how to get the shear force, how to get the moment. But you see that in the beginning, the shear force is fine, but the moment is quite wrong, right? So I see here it should be 10 and 24 kilonewton. And here is the diagrams for moment and shear force, right? And it's quite easy to get the Python. And then I try to say it again, say, okay, the fixed bend is at the 4 meter. Again, this is correct, but didn't get the moment right. At least you see how it has done it, so you can actually back calculate and understand what's going on, and try to ask again, and again. This one, the shear force 5, still no, not correct one for the moment. And then I kept going, and I said, look, this is wrong. I just tried to correct it itself and get the shear forces like that. But still the moment is not correct. It should be 24. But says this is wrong and keeps going and gets me still wrong. But then I say that what it is, it is actually 24 kilonewton meter, and then it tries to recalculate it again, and it comes up with 24. I don't know how you learned it, but it shows that it's not straightforward. At least if things become quite complex, it's not complex at all. This one, you can easily calculate this, and figure out all these details. But still it's not bad, right? Given the fact that it is quite new, right? So I'll keep going and try to understand more and more about the engineering part of ChatGPT.